Hello and welcome from Myrtle Beach. Now, you're probably questioning, Jaden, why are you recording a video on your own vacation? I present to you anime hot takes. I asked several content creators throughout different platforms, YouTube, TikTok, and other stuff, to give me their anime hot takes. So, sit back, relax, enjoy some popcorn, and enjoy the video. You know, I don't even think this first guy has watched a single anime a day in his life, and matter of fact, I think he posts Fortnite content, but we'll check it out anyway.
I'm McCoy. I post Fortnite content. But anyway, my anime hot take is that Big Hero 6 is the greatest anime movie to ever exist.
I know he did not just say f***ing Big Hero 6. Shit. I'll never be like the anime man now. God dang. Big Hero 6 is a 2014 American computer animated superhero film. Now, next up, I'm pretty sure this guy actually watches anime. And this is IronyFN, which he makes Fortnite maps, but he also does streaming sometimes. So go on ahead and check out, and let's see his hot take.
My hot take is that good characters are better than a good story. Because without good characters, you don't even have a good story in the first place.
This is a pretty good one, but this is kind of reminding me of a series on the tip of my tongue. Fairy Tail. The reason why I kind of disagree to this take. A prime example for myself is that I think Natsu is a great character, but I think Fairy Tail is absolute dog shit. I think that this anime has to be probably one of the worst animes that I've ever watched. I am sorry to all of my Fairy Tail fans, even though I do not hate the fans and I do not hate the fan base, but I just think that this series is very, very bad. I think that it's something that I just do not enjoy watching, and I think that it was just never done right. And I feel like Black Clover is pretty much Fairy Tail just done right. I think that they have a pretty interesting character cast, but I do think that Fairy Tail is pretty fucking bad. So if you really want to know my take on Fairy Tail, there you have it, and that is also my hot take. Other than my opinion that people probably won't like, there you have it. I think that his take was actually pretty interesting, but we have a couple more, so let's move along.
Hello, I have an anime hot take today, and that hot take is Johnny Joestar is way more underrated than any other Joestar in the anime.
But you can't do this to me. I started this company. You know how much I sacrificed?
I hate Johnny.
I never thought that I would actually have to use this Johnny clip again. Well, you obviously know my take on Johnny if you've watched my video from 2 weeks ago, which I showed on the screen in the other clip. I am a Johnny Joestar hater. He is one of the characters that I've always hated in JoJo, and I could never grasp myself to enjoy. When he first came in, I thought he was kind of useless as a character, and was one of those Joestars that I absolutely hated. Now, this is obviously my friend and a TikToker in that clip that came up with the statement, so I will not roast his shitty, edited South Park, Pixar, whatever bullcrap was shown on the screen, whatever we watched or saw was there. But like I said, I am a Johnny hater. I have never enjoyed his character and don't like his character for select reasons. I actually thought that he was pretty boring, and I know that most people would hate my takes, and I have some other things that I'm not going to go into as they are spoilers, which I know it's sure, you could spoil, but I'm not going to for the people that haven't watched. And this video was also not centered around JoJo's, so I will not really get into too much of that. And I know that people would probably hate me for what I am currently saying, but this is honestly just my true feelings on Johnny, and he's just a character that I've hated and will continue to hate, because as personally as you know, that I am a big Gyro fan. Gyro is one of my favorite characters in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and is, basically the partner of Johnny, not like that, but you know what I mean, friend, whatever, the character that's beside him the entire time in Steel Ball Run. So that's kind of my take on the matter. Next up, we have a take by a Valorant YouTuber known as Waterman381, which I don't think that's the only game that he plays, but I kind of already took a dip into his take, and I'm just going to show you for the hell of it.
Saitama solo CC Goku.
Now, kids, this is why we should stay off drugs, because of people that will have the same opinions and stupid takes and say that this is basically, actually, you know what? This is the same equivalent of people that say that Saitama can actually beat somebody in one punch. It absolutely makes no sense, and it's quite delusional. Honestly, I'm praying that this take is a joke, because unless that you are a f***ing idiot, then that is the only way that I could actually believe that you are being serious about this hot take, because this is so awful that I think that we honestly need to go to Waterman381's channel and actually ask him, is he okay, because, he needs to stay low after that. Next up, I am very proud to announce our next guest that will be joining us for this video. This person is an anime YouTuber, which I am very thankful to work with. So now I present to you, and I can thank Blocky for making this happen.
Hey everyone, I'm Blocky. I make anime content on my channel, and I post videos every week on a variety of different topics. However, it is mostly just anime reviews. If you've been around the block, then I'm sure you know a little-known anime and manga series called Chainsaw Man. Well, I'm here to tell you that I think this series is overrated. Seriously, I like it, but it's not as good as people make it out to be. Let me make it clear, I think this series is good. However, there are many flaws with this series that make me not quite understand why it has gotten so popular. The first thing is the characters. I like most of the characters in Chainsaw Man, so that's not my problem. My problem stems from the fact that most of them die way too quickly. And sure, I get that's the point of the series, but for me, I'm a character person, so having characters die way too quickly before I get invested in them feels cheap and doesn't work for me. Of course, I know I'm in the minority in this take, but that's how I feel. The other problem I have with Chainsaw Man is its pacing. The first part of the story went by so fast that it was hard to get invested in what was going on, and the second half so far has been the complete opposite. The pacing is so slow that it can be pretty boring pretty fast. Now, maybe that's a product of me binging the first half and reading the second half as it's coming out, but the pacing has always felt off to me and has made me not enjoy the series as much as I think I could have. Part 1 had a lot of good moments in it that I wish we got to sit down and enjoy before moving on, but that never happened. You never had a moment to breathe, which just sucked all the fun out of the series for me. And part 2, well, it started off pretty good, and I still think it's better than part 1, although that might be my bias as I like Asa more than Denji as a main character. But the pacing just got so slow. We have been in the same fight for I don't even know how long anymore, and I still can't tell when it's going to end. It could be the next chapter, or the chapter after that, or maybe even the chapter after that one. This is one of those rare instances where I wish the series would speed up a little so we can move forward. Chainsaw Man seems to struggle at finding a good balance for its pacing, which makes the series not as good as I would have liked. If you like Chainsaw Man, all the power to you, but this series is just not what I wanted it to be.
Wow, he absolutely dropped the bomb, but I absolutely loved this hot take. And now I will definitely say that I absolutely agree with his take. Even though I'm also a fan of the series and I do not hate the series, I do think it is quite somehow and in a way overrated. By the way, if you're wondering why I won't flip this over, it's because if I show that, this video will probably get taken down by guidelines and my channel will probably get a strike, so just keep that in mind. But that is volume 6, and I am somewhat of a collector of the Chainsaw Man manga, but I still think that this series is a little bit, overrated, but I do not think that it's bad in any way, shape, or form. It just definitely has its flaws, like he said. I would conclude and wrap up this video, but I think that it's only appropriate that I give one more hot take myself. I think Light Yagami should have won. Now, I know what you're saying. He was a villain. But personally I loved Light Yagami. As much as I loved L, which I think that he is definitely one of the most iconic characters with Light Yagami and are pretty much staples in anime manga to this day. Now, I was a person who personally wanted Light to win, and I thought that we would have had such more of an interesting story if we actually got to see Light Yagami win. Because imagine seeing what he could do with his quote-unquote new world and what he was trying to really create with Kita. I do think that Light Yagami was a villain, but he was a person that was meaning to be a hero, but I think just the powers got to him. It was too much, and then he became kind of this evilish kind of character, even though he was trying to stop the bad in the world, because he wanted to stop the bad in the world and stop the people that were being awful and doing things that just are not human and just doing awful acts. But I feel like Light Yagami is one of those characters that I personally enjoyed on another level. I thought that his intensity as a character was great, and I thought that his character development was somewhat crazy, and I do think that he is an awfully smart guy. Now, there is plenty of ways that Light Yagami could have won, but this is not a Light Yagami theory video, and not a video about how Light Yagami could have won, even though there is several videos of that on the platform, even that I've watched. But that is definitely my hot take. I just want to thank all the content creators that joined this video and helped me out. Now, with that being said, I got some of the Demon Slayer to catch up on, so peace.
Swoosh over their head, it went straight to their pockets instead. How you hate, you can follow the step. In the ring, I'm all